Hello. After the last few days of really quite disgusting weather, it's not so bad outside today, and I will be heading out to do some bits and pieces in a short while. But first, I'm having a bit of a tidy up and sort out inside, and that includes bottling up some of our homemade wine. So the first thing I did was, well, get all the washing up done, is to rinse out all the bottles that I'm going to use. And they have all got sterilising solution in them, and they're going to sit for half an hour and get sterile before I put any wine in them. So this homemade wine is very much a country wine. It's not made using a kit, and it actually hasn't got any grapes in it. So this one is it's an apple, marrow and ginger wine. It's still fairly cloudy. I made it with the glut of apples from late summer, early autumn last year, and I racked it off, which means I siphoned it from the demijohn that it was fermenting in into another demijohn to clear out some of the sediment and bits in it, and I did that according to the label on the 4th of November last year. And this has been sitting out in our boot room since then, and it has stopped fermenting, and it might be that it will never be a clear wine. I'm not too worried about that, and I'm sure Mr. J won't be too worried about that. And to get the wine out of that glass demijohn and into the bottles, I use a siphon, which is a piece of tubing with a fairly rigid piece at one end. And it's got this little mechanism, which is a tap, which means that I can turn it off when it gets near to the top of the bottle, so I don't keep spraying wine everywhere. But this piece of tubing, which is, you know, a metre long or so, it also needs sterilising. So as I'm emptying the wine bottles of their sterilising water, I'll use the siphon to siphon the water out, and then that should sterilise the inside of this tubing as we go. This is a very definite turn up for the books. The sun has been out today for a little while. It is very windy still, so that's my weather report, but it does mean momentarily it's pretty dry. So I'm going to head out to the garden and I'll just give you a quick update with how things are happening out here. it won't be too long before spring is here and summer, and those winter winds die down a bit, and oh, isn't this lovely? Yeah, so the winter winds will die down a bit, and we'll be back outside every day, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't much like being cooped up inside, and it's cold enough now, so I want to get back indoors already. So next thing for me to do is to write some labels, have marker pen, because these bottles have still got labels on from previous concoctions. So there's that one says elderberry, and this one says elderflower, and this one says rose hip, and this one says Mirabelle plum and red grape. So need to get the right labels on them, otherwise they just become surprise wine. It's not, you know, it's not crystal clear, but it's clear enough. And I don't drink these. These are for Mr. J. I drink syrups and cordials, which I dilute, and the ones I've got on the go at the moment, there's a lemon and mint one. I think there's a lime one somewhere. I can't remember where I've put it. I know I made a lime one. I wonder what I did with it. It'll be in the freezer somewhere. And the other thing, oh, I've got an elderflower as well. So these are for Mr. J, and we also obviously we give them to friends and family and to neighbours. In fact, we're going to dinner with our neighbours soon, so we shall take a bottle of cloudy wine. We could tell them it's intentional. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one, and I also hope you can join me again tomorrow.